Hi, Namaste. I am Ananta Sharma. Now, I introduce a new concept, a very important concept in Jaimini Jyotisha, the concept of Yogada. Yogada means the means who gives yoga. Yoga means good. The one who gives good. He is Yogada. That is the literary meaning of Yogada. But there is a definition to this Yogada planet. Before we go to the definition of Yogada planet, I would recommend the book written by Jyotisha Alaratnamala by Sri Krishna Mishra in Sanskrit. That is translated by Telugu, translated into Telugu, I think into English also by Sri Eranganti Rangacharya. You please, we have a book, a copy of that book, and read it. That is a very, very important and a very good book. It gives a lot of information. Now, I shall come to the definition of Yogada. So, Yogada is a planet having the following qualifications. Number one, if the Lord of the moon sign aspects the moon sign as well as the Janma Lagna, that is in D1 chart, is a Yogada. I repeat, the Lord of the moon sign, if he aspects the moon sign as well as the Janma Lagna, then he is called a Yogada. For example, if moon is in Leo, moon is in Leo means is moon sign, Lord of the moon sign is Lord of the moon sign is Sun. Sun is in Aries, for example. So the Sun in Aries aspects the moon sign, moon there. And he also aspects, for example, if the ascendant is Scorpio or Aquarius, Sun also aspects Scorpio. That means the Lord of the moon sign, that is Sun, aspects moon sign and also simultaneously the Janma Lagna Purishika is called a Yogada. This is the first definition of Yogada. Suppose if such a planet does not exist in the chart, there is another definition. If the same planet aspects the Lagna, Janma Lagna in the D1 chart, the Lagna in the D3 chart, and also the Lagna in the D9 chart. That means the same planet, if he aspects the three Lagnas in the three Varga charts, D1, D9, and D3 charts, that is he also Yogada. Then there is a third definition, that is, if the same planet aspects the Janma Lagna in D1 chart and the Lagna in D3 chart, D1 chart and only Lagna in D1 chart and also the Lagna in another Varga chart, that is D3. He is also Yogada. And the fourth definition is if the same planet aspects the Lagna in the D1 chart and the Lagna in the D9 chart. The other definition, Lagna in the D1 chart, Lagna in the D3 chart. This present definition, Lagna in the D1 chart and Lagna in the D9 chart. So these four kinds of planets are called Yogadas. And say there is a situation when there are 2 or 3 or 4 planets may aspire for the title of Yogada. So some 3 or 4 planets become eligible for this title. So what does it mean if there is one planet, 2 planets are there in which are aspecting the Lagna in T1 chart, the Lagna in the same 2 planets in the D9 chart, they aspect the Lagna in the D9 chart, the Lagna, and the same 2 planets aspect Lagna in the D3 chart also. Then those 2 planets becomes Yogada. But it's not correct. Only one planet must be and eligible for the title of Yoga. The order of priority is like this. Suppose if 2 or 3 or 4 planets are eligible for this the post of the title of Yogada, then of the 4 planets, you see if there is a Lord of the Moon sign. Of the 4 planets, if there is, the Lord of the Moon sign is there, he is given first priority. Then you ignore the other 3 planets. Then Sun himself becomes Yogada. Okay. They are also not Sun, sorry, Lord of the Moon sign. Okay. The second chart. If there is no Lord of the Moon sign as claiming for the title of Yogada, that means there is Moon sign and there is Lord of Moon sign. He is not aspecting Jarmalagna as well as the Moon sign. He did not aspect both. Sometimes he may aspect, sometimes he may not aspect. So in this case, then the Lord of the Moon sign does not aspect the Moon sign as well as the Jarmalagna. He is not entitled to the position of Yogada. Then the Atmakaraka comes the next. So in the 4 planets described above as uh, contesting for the position of Yogada, if Moon's Lord of the Moon sign is not there, then you see if Atmakaraka is there. That is the second choice. If Atmakaraka also is not there, you see the Sun. The Sun, no, not Sun, Lagna Adipati. Lord of the Lagna as a Yogada. That means Lord of the Lagna in the D1 chart must aspect the Lagna in D1 chart. The same Lord of the Lagna. Lord of the Lagna must be decided on the D1 chart only, not in other charts. Lord of the Lagna, aspecting Lagna in D1 chart. The same Lord of the Lagna aspecting the Lagna in D9 chart. And also the same Lord of the Lagna aspecting Lagna in the D3 chart. He is also a Yogada. His third choice. Then fourth choice is Sun. If there is no Lord of the Moon sign, if there is no Atmakaraka among these 4 contesting planets, and if there is no Sun, the last chance is Lagnadipati. Lagnadipati, sorry. Lagnadipati is the third choice, and the fourth choice, the last choice is Sun. Sun must be treated as Yogada. So what is the importance of this Yogada? The importance of Yogada is the most all-powerful planet in the chart. I tell you one example how important he is. You know, Lagnadipati, Lord of the Lagna, is very important in any chart. He is a benefic. He is always a benefic, even though the Lord of the Lagna is a natural malefic like Saturn or Mars. He must be considered only as a benefic as the Lord of the Lagna. So I just tell you 3 or 4 rules which we find in the classical textbooks of astrology. If Lagna Adipati combines with the Lord of the second, the native becomes rich. If the Lord of the Lagna combines with the Lord of the third, the native has many brothers and he is courageous. If the Lord of the Lagna combines with Lord of the fourth house, he becomes a landlord or he is well educated. His mother, he enjoys the love and affection of his mother for a long time in his life. And if Lord of the Lagna combines with the fifth Lord, the native becomes a brilliant man and also is a man with good children, so on and so forth. So what do you understand by, for example, the Lord of the second house is there. If Lord of the second house is in the second house, or in the fourth house, or in the fifth house, or in the, say, ninth house, wherever, in a benefic house, we easily conclude that he is a man with some wealth. That's good. But if Lord of the Lagna also joins the Lord of the second in the second house, or fifth house, or ninth house, then the native becomes more wealthy. What do you understand by this? Already wealthy, more wealthy. Who made him more wealthy? The combination of Lagnadipati and second lord. If there is second lord alone in a good house, in exaltation, then you may say he is rich. Okay. But he is more rich means by the combination of the lord of the Lagna, the second lord gives more wealth. Then who is benefited by the combination? Is Lord of the Lagna benefited or Lord of the second house benefited? Lord of the Lagna's significations, karakatwas are the same. But the karakatwas of the second Lord, money, then talk, etc., they are enhanced, they are amplified, they are magnified. So the karakatwas or the significations of any planet are magnified or amplified because of his association or aspect from Lord of the Lagna. The same thing may be applied to another benefic planet, like suppose fifth Lord of the fifth house. Lord of the fifth house aspect, second house or Lord of the second house. Then also it is a very good yoga for wealth. Similarly, if ninth Lord aspects, that is also a very good. But I am talking about Lagna Adhipati. So Lagna Adhipati adds a strength to the whoever planet he combines with. The same thing you can see in, we say in Karakamsha Lagna. If Karakamsha Lagna, Lord of the Karakamsha Lagna, or Apakaraka, combines with the fifth house in Karakamsha Lagna, I have not touched Karakamsha Lagna so far. That is the third reference point. We will come to it very shortly. So I want to say, Yogada is Lord of the Lagna, Janma Lagna, or Karakamsa Lagna, or Atmakaraka, all these four in one is Yogada. Yogada is four in one. For example, just now we have seen a combination. If third of upapada or second from upapada is exalted, or is aspected or occupied by exalted planet, the native has many marriages. The same rule is if Yogada combines with the Lord of the seventh house from Yogada, then the native marries more than once. He has multiple marriages. There is another combination with reference to Karakamsha. If the Karakamsha, seventh house from Karakamsha is occupied by Rahu, the native marries a widow. If the seventh house from Karakamsha Lagna is occupied by Rahu, then the native marries a widow. It's a combination which will come later. And he says if there is Rahu in the seventh house from Yogada planet, the native marries a widow. So Yogada may be taken as a substitute, a stronger substitute to many of these things, Upapada, Karkams, Lagna, Arudha Lagna, for all these things. That is a separate chapter, and we will deal with it at length after some time at an appropriate time. Now, let us come to the combination with Yogada. If the combination, earlier combination, I told you that if upapada or second from upapada is occupied or aspected by an exalted planet, the native marries about twice or thrice. But if there is no exalted planet, so this is a substitute. If Yogada planet, if the Yogada planet combines with the Lord of the seventh house from Yogada planet, in the D9 chart, then the native has multiple marriages. Say, for example, there is a moon in Aries, for example, moon in Aries. Moon is Yogada. Then, this is not the Yogada from this example chart. Just hypothetically, I am telling you, say, let moon or Mars is a Yogada planet. He is in Aries. The seventh house from Aries is Libra. Venus is the Lord of Libra. If Mars and Venus combine, then the native has more than one marriage. He need not be in Aries. This Lord Yogada may be in Cancer. The seventh house from Cancer is Capricorn. Lord of Capricorn is Saturn. If Mars and Saturn combine in Cancer, the native marries in multiple times. So, sir, now let us come to the example chart and see whether this yoga applies or not. So here, first you see the D1 chart, D2 chart, and D3 chart, and find out who is Yogada. See the D1 chart. Ascendant is in Virgo. Virgo is occupied by Jupiter. So we can search for Jupiter. It is aspected by Saturn in Pisces. So Saturn also may be considered whether he can become Yogada or not. So let us see if the moon sign, there is moon is in Capricorn. Lord of the moon sign is moon. Lord of the moon sign is Saturn. So if Saturn aspects moon sign and the Lagna also simultaneously, then Lord of the moon sign becomes Yogada. Here, moon sign is in Capricorn, and Lord of the moon sign is Saturn. He is in Pisces. He is aspecting Lagna, but he is not aspecting the moon sign Capricorn. So, Lord of the moon sign cannot be Yogada. Lord of the moon sign cannot be Yogada. So I don't say Lord of the moon sign Saturn because Saturn is has another importance here. As Lord of the moon sign, Saturn does not become Yogada. Then you see, so set aside the Lord of the moon sign. Then comes who are the planets connected to Lagna in the D1 chart? Jupiter is in Lagna and Saturn is in the seventh house aspecting Lagna. But Rahu and Ketu, there is no importance of Rahu and Ketu in the consideration of Yogada. So you leave Rahu and Ketu. Only two planets are there. You must see which of these two, Jupiter or Saturn, is aspecting the Lagna in the chart, D3 chart, or in the D9 chart. See, D3 chart, you see, D3 chart. Where is Saturn? Saturn is in Scorpio. Where is Lagna? Lagna here is, where is Lagna? Where is Lagna? Yes, Capricorn. Ascendant is in Capricorn. Saturn is in Vrishchika, Scorpio. So Saturn in Scorpio aspects ascendant in Capricorn. So Saturn is aspecting Lagna in D1 chart and also the Lagna in the D3 chart. Now you come to D9 chart also. In D9 chart, the ascendant is Midhuna. Midhuna is upapada Lagna, not Lagna. So you can easily find out from ascendant. So you can easily find out the ascendant is 13 degrees in Kanya. The ascendant is on 13 degrees in Kanya. So you find out the position of the ascendant in the D9 chart. You can easily do it. See, counted from Makara. So 1, 2, 3, 10 degrees. And Masha. Masha means in D9 chart, Lagna is Midhuna. Lagna is in Midhuna. So, Lagna is so ascendant is given 13 degrees is wrong. You please correct. Ascendant is on 17 degrees. 17 degrees, then it must come to Mithuna. You please correct ascendant, position of ascendant. He is on 13 degrees, it is marked here like that, but he is actually on 17 degrees, and you please correct. So then the ascendant becomes Jaimini. So now you see where is Saturn. Is he aspecting Gemini or not? So Mars is Saturn. Saturn is not aspecting Gemini. That means Saturn is aspecting Lagnas in D1 chart and D3 chart only. Okay. Then let us see what about Jupiter also. Jupiter is in Lagna in D1 chart. See in D2 chart, sorry, D3 chart, ascendant is in Scorpio. And where is Jupiter? Jupiter is in Makara. Then also Jupiter aspects Saturn. So this is satisfied in two charts. Now you come to D9 chart. So in D9 chart, Lagna is in Gemini and Jupiter is in Aries. He is not aspecting. So both Saturn and Jupiter, they are aspecting the Lagrange in two charts, only D1 chart and D3 chart. Between Jupiter and Saturn, whom we should prefer? Saturn is Lord of the moon sign. So let us prefer Saturn to moon. So Saturn is Yogada in this chart. I hope you understand. There are two contestants, Jupiter and Saturn. Whom should we prefer for the title of Yogada? I told you there are four choices. First choice is the Lord of the moon sign becomes Yogada. If there is no Lord of the moon sign, then the Atmakaraka becomes. If there is no Atmakaraka, the third one is Lagnadipati. Even that the Lagnadipati is not there aspect in the Lagna, in the three charts, then we go to Sun. Last choice is Sun. So here, Lord of the moon sign Saturn is aspected Lagna in the Janma Lagna, and also the Lagna in the D3 chart. Okay. So now let us concentrate on D9 chart and try to find out the Yoga. The combination which we are going to see is if the Yogada combines with a Lord of the seventh house from Yogada, then if Yogada combines with the Lord of the seventh house from Yogada, then they need to have multiple marriages. Let us apply this formula here. So here A7 is in A7. A7 is in Pisces. So in A7 there is Saturn and there is Rahu also. 7 from A7 is Virgo. Lord of the 7 from A7 is Mercury. Then who is a DK? Sun is a DK and Moon is GK. So now let us concentrate on come to upapada also. Upapada Lagna is Mithuna and the second from upapada is a Cancer. Lord of upapada is Mercury. Lord of the second house from upapada is Moon. Now let's go to D9 chart. So it's very simple. You have to test only one combination or maybe two combinations. Let us see A7, 7 from A7 and their laws. A7 is Pisces. Good. Lord of Pisces is Jupiter. Lord of the seventh house from A7 is Lord of Virgo, that is Mercury. So Lord of the A7 is Jupiter. Lord of the seventh from A7 is Mercury. Then DK, where is DK? DK is Sun. Are the three connected? DK Sun is aspecting Mercury as well as Jupiter, Lord of the A7, Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aries. You please see again. Lord of A7 is Jupiter. He is in Aries. Lord of 7 from A7 is Mercury. He is in Cancer. Jupiter and Mercury are not aspecting each other. Then the decay is the Sun. The Sun is aspecting both Lord of the A7 Jupiter and also the Lord of the 7 from A7 Mercury. But it is a deficiency. There is no connection between Mercury and Jupiter. Then let us see what are the evil influences or negative influences on A7, 7 from A7, etc. A7 has Mars in it. Mars is a malefic, a decided malefic. Unless he is Atmakaraka, we cannot consider him as a benefic. Then he is not aspected by any planet from either from Gemini or from Virgo or from Sagittarius. So, Lord of A7, Jupiter. Jupiter is in Taurus. Sorry, Jupiter is in Aries. He combines with Moon, GK, Venus, and Ketu. He is aspected by Sun and Saturn. So, the Lord of the 7th house, Mercury, Lord of the A7, Lord of the A7, Jupiter, is aspected by Saturn, Atmakaraka, and Sun, DK. Good. Venus, a benefic planet, and also Ketu, but he combines with GK also. Oh, GK is a malefic. All the others are benefics. Lord of A7. Lord of 7 from A7, Mercury. Mercury is not aspected by any malefic planet. So, he is aspected by Sun, a benefic, and Saturn, AK, a benefic. So, the Lord of the 7 from A7 is a benefic. Then DK. DK, where is DK? DK is Sun. Sun is aspected by GK, Moon from Aries. But Sun is aspected by Jupiter, Venus, and Ketu also. So in all, we find more than 75% benefic influences and 25% or even less malefic influences. But the problem is A7, 7 from A7, Lord of A7 and Lord of 7 from A7 are not in mutual aspect or combination. That is a drawback in this horoscope. So this does not give warmth in his affection to his spouse. Then let us consider from upapada. Upapada is Gemini. Gemini is aspected by Mars, a malefic. Second from upapada is Cancer. Mercury is there. He is aspected by Saturn and Sun. Both are benefics. Second from upapada is good, but upapada is afflicted. So maybe this is one reason why this this native lady married not once, not twice. She married a man, he died. Then she married another man, she divorced him. I don't know whether she married for a third time or not. But do you find any such malefic nature in these combinations? I don't think so. But Mars in A7, aspecting 7 from A7, Lord of 7th from A7, Mercury, Lord of A7 combining with the GK. So maybe these are the reasons for the DK aspected by GK. So these are the reasons for ice, her divorce, and loss of her husband due to death. Here, now we will consider the chances of second marriage. There is no exalted planet in this entire chart. There is not even a single exalted planet. So who can be seen as aspecting the upapada or second from upapada. When there is no exalted planet, the yoga, the combination does not apply. Now let us see who is Yogada and does he combine with the seventh lord from his place. Here Yogada is Saturn. Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is Yogada. He combines with Sun. Sun is the lord of the seventh house from Saturn. Lord of the seventh house from Saturn is Leo. Lord of the seventh house is Sun. And Saturn combines with Sun DK. So this combination holds good in this chart. By the by, when I found these combinations in some more charts, I frequently observe that this Yogada combines with the Lord, seventh Lord from his place. That seventh Lord is incidentally happening to be the Dharakaraka or Lord of the Dharapada or Lord of the seventh from Dharapada. This is an observation. Let us verify it in practical examples. Thank you.